Hey, welcome back to Tommy's Take. And today I wanted to make a quick video on some recent comments that I got from my latest video. Um, this is related to the Snap program. So before we get started, just hit the like button, smash the like button, and also if you like the content, also if you could please subscribe to the channel, that would help a lot. Okay, so had a couple of comments recently on my latest video that made me think a little bit, and that's the beauty of being online, being in social media, and even having a YouTube channel, making videos, is when you get feedback and you get a conversation going, especially those that make you think a little bit, like, wow, okay, that's true, or there's a point there, right? Not that you agree with everything, or maybe you do agree with everything, and that a commenter makes, but I think what's important is, the most important thing is that we're having a conversation and that we're trying to get at the truth, right? We're trying to understand ourselves better, our country better, and the whole point of democracy is to get better, is to make progress. That's what democracy is for, to make progress continually. So let me read this comment from my latest video, "The Government Doesn't Care, Snap Funds Exposed, Both Sides Are Playing You." So this commentator says, in regards to the shutdown, "The people have paid, under threat of loss of life, liberty, or property, into these programs and were promised that these programs would be there for them when they need it. If the government does not pay, they are committing theft. It's just another example of dereliction of duty and betrayal of the social contract that incepts their jurisdiction. In fact, they have violated that contract so many times now, it's unbelievable that the people still hold themselves to the terms, even when the government does not." So there's a lot said here in this comment, and I want to thank the commentator for this. She's right. Yes, we pay into these systems, we pay taxes into these systems so that they could benefit us when we need them, whether it's health insurance, whether it's infrastructure, whether it's food benefits, right? We pay into the systems so when we need them, they're there for us. That's supposed to be a contract. That's why we pay taxes. So if the government doesn't pay, it doesn't take care of the roads, if the government doesn't provide affordable health insurance, if the government doesn't provide benefits to the poor and needy, in a sense, they're violating the contract. However, what the commentator says here, if the government does not pay, they are committing theft. Now, I don't agree with that legally. Morally, I do. Morally, I totally agree with what the commentator is saying, but legally, we can't say that, because the government has to go through a process, where the money is appropriated, right? It has to pass, votes and all that stuff, go through the Senate, a majority, 60 votes, and then the funds are dispersed, right? So legally, I don't think we could say that, but I understand what the commentator is saying on the moral level. Is it a dereliction of duty? Yes, it is. Is it a betrayal of the social contract? Yes, it is, because the government is supposed to this is a very basic level, right, to function at, just to make sure that people have what they need. That's what we put you in office for. That's very basic, right? Very basic. And if they can't do the very basic things that we put them in office for, why are they there? So the commentator is making some good points here, right? I feel like she's getting a little revolutionary here. I say she, I don't know why I say that, but the commentator. In fact, the commentator says, they have violated that contract so many times now, it's unbelievable that the people still hold themselves to the terms, even when the government does not. So if you break the social contract, you need to replace it with a new contract. That's if the contract is no good. Right. So if the contract is good, then we find people who are going to abide by the contract, right? But if the contract is no good, then we have to get rid of that contract. I think the contract is good. I think our government needs some tweaks. Um, but overall, we just need to put more pressure on politicians. And then there's another comment that the same commentator made saying, government is not shut down. Are the police still on the streets? Are the judges still in the courtrooms? Is the media still towing the line? You know, the media doesn't tell the truth, right? Is a nation, she didn't say that, or the commentator didn't say that. Is a nation waging jihad still getting funded? Is the military still bombing fishermen without a trial? So I heard about this from people who know Trinidadians and people who live in Trinidad, that, you know, Trinidad and Venezuela are neighbors. And people who are Trinidadian can see Venezuela, you know, if they get on a high level, they can see Venezuela. And some, I believe some Trinidadians were even killed. And they went out fishing. You know, they went out fishing. So, are there still National Guard deployed in our city? Stop saying it's shut down. They aren't shutting down. They are shutting you down. So what the commentator, I believe, is saying here is that the government is picking and choosing which agencies, which group of people are going to get funding. So they say, okay, the judges are going to get funding, congressmen are going to get funding, but air traffic control is not going to get funding. We're not going to disperse funds for SNAP, right? So they're picking and choosing, according to the commentator, which I do agree with. And I really appreciated these comments. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of make a short video about these comments, just to bring more discussion in, more conversation, and I think that's great. I'm really excited starting this new YouTube channel. This is just my third video, and I've gotten a lot of comments and interaction and engagement, and I appreciate that. And this is Tommy's Take, and we'll see you again next time in the next video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Peace.